Hi and welcome. Michal Shimoni here, and I would love to talk with you today about inviting Mother Earth to our studios. I would like to share some practices of how to do that with you, how to connect with her, and how to bring her to the canvas. But before that, I would like to share a little bit about my own journey with her and how she brought healing and amazing surprises to my life and canvas. Well, I've been painting most of my life, but my education was that painting is not a profession, it's a hobby, and you can't make a living painting. And so I found myself working for other artists. I was working for a few artists. They brought their ideas and I researched the ideas and then started the painting for them. Sometimes I even brought the technique. And then after a few years like this, I just got sick. I got sick for a year. I could hardly walk. I could hardly do anything. I was so exhausted. So my husband surprised me and he created a little studio space in the house. And he said, "Why aren't you painting your own paintings? Why do you paint for everybody else? You're sick now, you're at home, so at least paint." So this is how I started, this is how I declared myself an artist. I started doing little paintings in my little studios, and then there was like an open studio in where I lived, and people came and they were peeling the paintings off the walls. They were buying like crazy, and I couldn't believe it. Wow. So that was the beginning of my professional artist life. I was working for this amazing designer, and I had the studio, and all the artists were, I was like the head of the studio, and I was teaching all the artists in the studio. But we were working with very toxic paint. And for a year, I was feeling really horrible. And I wanted to quit, but I didn't. I didn't listen to my intuition. I didn't listen to my body. And I got sick. So it didn't happen just like this. It evolved. And until now, it happens to me. When I don't listen to myself, I get sick. When I do things I'm not supposed to do, and I'm not listening to my body nor my intuition, I get sick. That's the way of my body to tell me, "Michal, you are on the wrong path." Yeah. I even called my Facebook group "Art is my medicine." It's my medicine. It's a medicine I receive. And it's also my medicine to give. And, even today, when I'm talking to you, even today, I'm recovering from the famous virus. I'm still having it while we speak. And I was feeling so horrible today. And I felt so like the hopelessness of life and feeling so miserable. And I felt like a victim. And a part of me just rebelled. And I said, "No, I want to feel alive. I don't want to feel like that." So I went into the studio and I just played with paint, and it made me feel so happy, so happy. And just this alone, I feel, is strengthening my immune system more than all the supplements that I can take. And I really believe in it. And that I also I know that art can really quiet the mind and all this self-doubt. I mean, at the same time, there is the self-critic that comes. I know for many of my students, "Oh, this is not good enough, or I should do this, or I should do that." But still, even with the inner critic, it's so much more peaceful inside. I'm just, it's just you're happy. You're like a little child playing, you're creating, you are in the moment. You're in the moment, and you're less thinking about your problems and your troubles or this or that. You're just now, here and now. And you're not thinking about the world that is going to end. Or You're now, and now everything is perfect. The way I teach or facilitate my courses is, first of all, with connection to the natural world. And for me, it started by going to like shamanic circles or ceremonies where I felt the connection, and also going to nature. And I felt like I want to create from this connection, not from my head. For many years as an artist, and so many artists around me, we had a vision. So we used images outside of us, or we were looking for a picture or an idea. I used to take photographs of people, of children, and then paint from the photographs. But now, going to nature, I want to connect to Mother Earth. I want to look at the moon and just gaze at it and just receive inspiration. I want to go to the water. I go to the water. I spend hours in the Sea of Galilee, and I found that when I'm in the water, it's the same like when you're in the shower. You get ideas when you're in the water. Suddenly you're in the shower. Oops. Oh my God, what a great poem or an idea. So when I'm in the studio, I want to invoke that feeling and to invoke Mother Earth, to invoke the spirit of the animals. And then from there, I want to paint, not from my head. And then I'm surprised. I'm painting and I'm surprised. I don't know what I'm going to paint. And I'm not a slave of my vision. I don't have to work hard on my vision. I'm playing. I want to be surprised. That's how I feel like I'm alive. Yes, I'm really blown away by the sisters and the women that are coming to my courses. It seems like I'm attracting likes. They're like my friends. I really feel like that. I feel like I'm calling my tribe and my friends. And I'm amazed to see the effect of what is happening to them, of how healing it is, and the safe sisterhood that they're building together. It's not just me. It's like I'm a catalyst, and I'm just like opening a door, and they come so ready. There is such a thirst and a passion and such creativity and brilliance and wisdom that these women have accumulated with the years. They're so ripe, and the catalyst that I give them, they just blossom with it. I see women that I've never painted before come to me, and it's amazing. It's like a miracle. How did this happen? And I feel like it's the easy steps that I give. It's the support of the circle, which is so important, that you dare to show up. When you show up, you receive the support, and then you see yourself in the mirror, and it's the same thing that happened to me. All these women, which I feel like they're my sisters, they are my mirror, and they give me the strength and to do what I do, to teach. And I don't feel like I'm even teaching. I'm just sowing seeds of inspiration, really. And the soil is just ready. And some women are so afraid. They're afraid to paint. They feel that fear, almost like going to the dentist. But to me, I know that the fear, this deep fear, means that there is deep passion to paint. So I would say, follow the fear and do it shaking. Come, do it shaking, embrace the shaking, and you will be surprised. And it's always scary. It's always scary to start, for advanced, because the way we paint in this sisterhood, it's like going into the unknown. You're starting by just a applying paint intuitively, and then you start seeing what wants to emerge, and it's a bit scary because you don't know, you have no idea. It's not like you have a photograph to look at. You don't know. And it's a great practice because life, and especially these days, we're going into the unknown. So it's a muscle to train. The going into the unknown, the creativity is a muscle to train and to enjoy. My friend Anne and I just had a conversation, and she told me that poets were the first ones, poets and artists were the first one to be arrested during wartime in some of the countries. I won't mention the names. Why? Because how important they are and how they bring the truth and how they reflect reality. And I feel like we have an important role to play. First of all, by, I don't know, now I feel like the call that I'm feeling now is also to get in touch with Mother Earth. And her voice is love. And I feel like love is, there is war against love also. So bringing love, because look what they're doing to Mother Earth. Look what we are doing to Mother Earth. So bringing her voice, her love as a mother, and also how we can give her back. And I feel like also in these days where there's so much confusion, there's so many opinions and so much information and misinformation, and you don't know what's true anymore. And we're so much here because I know, because I listen to so many things, and I'm like here and listen to my own mind, and just going to nature, petting the earth, petting Mother Earth, just being quiet with her. It's so grounding and so relaxing, and just so clearing all this gunk and all this endless chatter. Humans, my God, let's listen to Mother Earth. It's so important. And I feel like she wants to speak through us artists. I know she wants to speak through me. I don't know about the other artists. I feel like each course I created was a response to a deep calling and intuition that I myself didn't even understand why I'm doing it. It was bigger than me. And I think with the years, I understand more and more why I did this. And just looking at the paintings I did in these courses, I understand, because I see how these paintings, these specific paintings, support me now and support me in hard time. They're looking at me from my walls, and they give me strength, and they are also like my mirror to show me who I am. I understand that what I'm painting, whatever it is, whoever it is, it's a part of me. And that's what I see, this goddess, this strength, this warrioress, this beautiful woman, that's me. And it gives me a lot of support. And I also feel like there is a creating of a new world, like a world that I want to live in, that is connected to nature. And I'm amazed by how my intuition works. And it's not just mine, but just how listening to the intuition, it's so small, the voice, but daring to follow it. I think it's so important. Look what is happening. It's a miracle to me to see. I'm so grateful that I listened and these courses came through me. Wow. I've enjoyed it so much, and it just keeps growing for me. It's like everything I created keeps growing and becoming more than what it is and what it was. And also because of the power of the circle of all these women. I don't know how to explain, I don't understand it really, but all these women who are creating together, they add to the magic and to the power of this creation. Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you for joining me and staying all the way until the end of the video. And I want to make another video which I will send to you soon with some of my practices and some tips of how to connect to and how I connect with Mother Earth and my painting. So stay tuned. Bye.